8 is a powerful testament to the raw honesty we can have with God. It stands out among the Psalms for its unfiltered expression of pain and sorrow, showing us that we don't have to hide our struggles or pretend everything is okay when we come before Him. This psalm doesn't shy away from darkness. It leans into it. The words are heavy, echoing the kind of nights when hope seems distant and the world feels cold and unwelcoming. The writer pours out feelings of being overwhelmed, forgotten, and shrouded in despair. There's no sugarcoating, no quick fix, just the raw, aching truth of a soul in distress. It's a feeling many of us know all too well. At some point, we all encounter moments when the weight of life presses down, and we wonder if anyone truly understands what we're going through. Life has a way of bringing storms into our lives, moments where hope feels lost in the shadows. Sometimes it seems as if the rain will never stop, and the thunder drowns out our prayers. We've all been there, haven't we? Those seasons when comfort feels far away, and the silence is deafening. In those times, it can be hard to find the words to pray, or even the strength to reach out. Yet the act of voicing our pain, even in whispers or written words, is a step toward healing. Times when the weight of our struggles feels unbearable, like we're walking through valleys cloaked in darkness. Each step forward can feel impossible, and the path ahead is hidden from view. In those moments, it's easy to feel alone, like our cries for help are lost in the void. The silence can be overwhelming, making us question if anyone hears us at all. But Psalm 88 offers a profound lesson, even in its darkness. It teaches us that expressing our pain is not a sign of weakness, but of courage and faith. It reminds us that even in the depths of our despair, we are never truly alone. Our vulnerability is met with compassion, and our honesty draws us closer to God. God is always there, ready to listen, to offer solace, and to remind us that even in the darkest night, His light shines brightly. No matter how deep the darkness, hope is never out of reach. Throughout Psalm 88, the writer cries out to God, pouring out his heart in a way that is both vulnerable and deeply moving. The psalmist doesn't hold anything back. He brings his pain, his confusion, and even his sense of abandonment directly to God. There's no holding back, no attempt to mask the pain or to pretend that everything is okay. The honesty is almost startling, but it's also incredibly freeing. This raw honesty in prayer is something we can all learn from. It reminds us that God invites us to come as we are, not as we think we should be. So often we try to present a perfect image to God, afraid to show Him our brokenness or our doubts. We worry that our struggles might somehow disqualify us from His love or attention. But God already knows our hearts. He sees past the masks we wear and the walls we build, understanding us more deeply than we understand ourselves. He sees our pain, hears our cries, and understands the depths of our struggles, even when we can't find the words to express them. He doesn't need us to pretend or to hide our true feelings. In fact, He welcomes our honesty, no matter how messy or complicated it may be. In those moments of raw, honest prayer, we find true connection with Him. It's in our vulnerability that we experience His compassion and grace most deeply. When we come to Him with open hearts, pouring out our fears, doubts, and pain, we open ourselves to His healing power. We allow Him to meet us right where we are in the midst of our struggles. We acknowledge our need for Him, and in that surrender, we find strength, hope, and the assurance that we are never alone, no matter what we face. One of the most comforting truths in Scripture is that God hears our prayers. No matter where we are or what we're facing, our voices never go unnoticed by Him. When we whisper our fears or cry out in pain, God listens with compassion and understanding. Even when we feel alone, like our cries are lost in the void, God hears us. In those moments when silence surrounds us and it seems like no one else understands, God is attentive to every word and every tear. Psalm 88 reminds us that even in the midst of darkness, God is present. When life feels overwhelming and hope seems distant, His presence remains steady, offering comfort and light in our darkest hours. He hasn't abandoned us in our suffering. He's right there with us. God draws near to the brokenhearted, offering strength and reassurance when we need it most. Throughout the Bible, we see countless examples of God hearing the cries of His people. From the Old Testament to the New, God's faithfulness is revealed in his willingness to listen and respond to those who call on him. He heard Hagar's despair in the wilderness, David's pleas for mercy, and the silent prayers of those who felt forgotten or alone. He listened to Hannah's longing for a child and answered her with kindness and love, showing that no request is too personal or too deep for him. And he hears you too. Your prayers matter to God, and he welcomes every thought, every hope, and every fear you bring to him. No prayer is too small, no burden too heavy for him to carry. Trust that God is listening and that he cares deeply for you, always ready to comfort and help you through every season of life. Psalm 88 may seem like a psalm devoid of hope, but within its verses lies a profound message of faith. Even when we don't see a way out, even when the darkness feels all-consuming, we can hold on to the truth that God is still there. His love for us never fades, even when our circumstances feel hopeless. Remember, the psalmist was writing from a place of deep despair. Yet the very act of pouring out his heart to God was an act of faith. It was a recognition that even in the darkness, God was his only hope. God's love for us is unwavering and eternal. He is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble, as it says in Psalm 46, verse 1. As you navigate the challenges of life, remember that you are not alone. God is with you every step of the way, ready to offer comfort, guidance, and strength. Turn to him in prayer, share your heart with him, and trust that he hears you. He is your hope, your comforter, and your ever-present help in times of need. His love will see you through even the dark.